are just a few days away from the NFL draft. An Attack on Cowboys gonna try to dive into this thing like we haven't done before. I know only been here for like a year and a half, but still, let's get right into it as we about to go Ghostbusters on a very, very treacherous, diabolical, quite frankly, trend that the Dallas Cowboys have exhibited over the last decade. Shout out to the homie Cody Warren from InsideTheStory.com for sending this over to me. Yo, this is diabolical. Real talk. I had to use that word twice because that's just how bad this is. Be sure to subscribe. More Dallas Cowboys content. Check out our live stream for the NFL draft on day one featuring full coverage. Let's get right into it. All right, so you see here, we have the 2025 NFL draft, 10 years of Cowboys draft tendencies. The Dallas Cowboys NFL draft tendencies over the past 10 years reveal a consistent approach influenced by owner and general manager Jerry Jones, vice president of player personnel Will McClay, and the coaching staffs. Looking back over the last 10 years, a trend has started to develop, and this could be the year the team takes a different approach based on the players available at the 12th pick. Below is a detailed analysis of their draft tendencies based on available data and insights. It focuses on positional priorities, round preferences, conference affiliations, and strategic approaches. All right, so this is written by Cody Warren. Again, shout out to the homie Cody Warren, and appreciate you for tagging me in this. Either way, positional priorities in the draft. Over the years, the Cowboys front office and coaching staff have preferred drafting players for premium positions, particularly on the offensive and defensive lines and at linebacker. The Cowboys' secondary focus has been skilled positions like wide receiver and running back. The draft choices have emphasized building a strong foundation in the trenches while occasionally targeting high-impact playmakers. And when they say occasionally, they really mean occasionally, because I looked at this list already, y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all a little spoiler. My man Cody is underselling this, man. This is why I have been so firm on brothers. We can't go offensive line again. We keep doing the same thing, man. Everything else about the Cowboys has changed this offseason. So how about just for one offseason? Because there's quite frankly no generational offensive lineman in this draft. Let's be real. But just for one offseason, y'all, just for one, how about we also draft a little bit differently with emphasis on something other than fatbacks? Okay? Can we please relax a little bit off the offensive line in the first round? If we want to pick one up in the fifth, cool. Just the first few rounds, and this is why my man Cody Warren did the legwork for me. So, the Cowboys have prioritized offensive line heavily. Y'all want everything else to change except for drafting offensive linemen. You got to be consistent with what you want, man. If y'all want the Cowboys to do things differently, they've already done things a little bit differently. First of all, Jerry ain't been in the media. They've been making trades. They were actually the most active team in free agency this year by additions and just things that they actually did, whether it be trades or whatever. They are actually one of the most active teams in free agency and still are going to do a couple of more things. I guarantee it. And Shoddy is putting his imprint on this thing from the skibbity jump, y'all. So let's draft a little bit differently. The Cowboys have prioritized offensive line heavily, especially in the early rounds 1 through 3. Over the last 10 years, the Cowboys have selected offensive linemen 6 times in the draft's first 3 rounds. The notable picks include 2015, Chaz Green, 2018, Connor Williams, 2019, Connor McGovern, 2022, Tyler Smith, 2023, Cooper Beebe, 2023, Tyler Guyton. So they have drafted 6 offensive linemen within the first 3 rounds. Stick with me. Doesn't sound like a lot, right? Doesn't really sound like a lot over the last 10 years. Okay? Defensive line. They have drafted 6 defensive linemen in the first 3 rounds over the last 10 years. Okay, got a lot of players there dedicated to just the trenches over the last 10 years. That means for sure they've drafted at least 1, maybe 2 trench players in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft over the last 10 years, every single year, which is, I mean, in most cases is okay. But damn, the results ain't giving us what we want. So let's just try something different for one season. Let's just get a bunch of dudes who can make plays, man. Let's get a bunch of dudes who can create on their own. Let's get a bunch of dudes who don't require Rain Dakota Prescott to do damn surgery on the field, bruh. Every single play. All right, linebackers drafted. They've drafted 6 linebackers, which is something that's actually kind of surprising, but a lot of that has come over the last couple of seasons. Just be quite fair. They've drafted 6 linebackers the last 10 years in the first 3 rounds. Y'all with me? So 6, and I ain't gonna say the last one because, whoa, Easter just passed. Y'all wildin'. Wide receivers, y'all. They've drafted 3 wide receivers in the first 3 rounds over the last 10 years. 3 wide receivers in the first 3 rounds over the last 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, that is downright diabolical. It should not be happening. And quite frankly, this is the reason why our offense has been able to get stopped very easily by teams that are properly game planning when they have time to, because it's the playoffs or whatever it may be, or they're a competitive team. This is why we get shut the hell down. Outside of the coaches sometimes, man. Y'all know the coach be on some BS too. But 3 receivers. CeeDee Lamb, that was a hit. Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's time to draft another one. And Jalen Tolbert and Michael Gallup, it was like, yeah, those are round 3 type receivers in drafts that probably weren't all that strong either. Running backs drafted in the first 3 rounds over the last 10 seasons. Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott has been the only running back the Dallas Cowboys have drafted in the first 3 rounds over the last 10 years. Those last 2 positions that I just went over, those last 2 positions illustrate exactly the trend that the Dallas Cowboys need to break. They've even drafted more corners. And the Cowboys have always been looked at as a team that really don't value corners all that much until they got to Diggs, right? They've even drafted more corners in the first 3 rounds than wide receivers or running backs. Give the offense real weapons that can outplay a game plan, bro. That's what we need, y'all. It's not that I hate drafting offensive linemen. It's not that. It's not. But it's like, damn. Can we get some weapons, some highly graded weapons? Y'all don't go in free agency and get the best guys on the market. So can we get at least some of the best guys in the draft that can make plays? That's it, y'all. I mean, this argument makes itself. I don't need to say nothing else. I bid you guys adieu. Stay on the lookout for another video in case some news drops. Be sure to subscribe, man. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Do you want this trend to break? And if you do, let me know exactly who you want them to break it with. If it's 1 or 2 players, let me know down in the comments below with the round and which pick you want them to use it. Either way, how about them Cowboys? And as you can tell, I'm still a little bit under the weather somehow.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.